Hi, it's Angela Critters, and today we're going to make a delicious scalloped green bean and potato casserole. I just am melting 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter over a medium heat, and I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of flour to that. This isn't your usual ratio where you have equal. I've already got my scalloped potatoes cut thin in my casserole dish. That's what makes them scalloped. It has to be a thinly cut potato. And I have 2 cups of washed green beans. I cut the tips off with my scissors, and then I have cut each one into about maybe a 1-inch slice. This is mainly a potato dish with the green bean addition, I guess you'd say. It's got a little bit more potatoes. It's not quite half and half. You don't ever use a canned green bean with a casserole like this. You're going to use either fresh or frozen. So you can buy the frozen, already cut into the 1-inch slice, which is really nice. So my butter's melted, and I'm going to start stirring in my flour, and I'm probably going to stir for about 3 or 4 minutes till it gets toasty brown. My butter is a beautiful toasted golden brown. I'm leaving my burner on because I'm fixing to put this back on the stove. I'm adding 2 cups of milk, and I'm going to whisk that. Until it's smooth. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of water, some salt and pepper, and I have 1 cube of chicken bouillon, which really gives this a great flavor. So I'm going to keep whisking my flour and my butter. And it looks smooth now. So I'm going to put it back on the stove with my 1 cup of water. This is how people cooked before they had cream of chicken soup. And here goes my bouillon cube. And a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. I'm not a big salt person, so I won't use a whole lot. But you have to use some salt. Salt's going to bring out the flavor of the butter and the flour together. And then I'm putting in pepper. And I'm going to bring this to a low boil on a medium-high heat. Well, I'm not going to lie, this does take a little while to thicken, but if something's worth the time, this is so good, it's worth that little bit of extra time. So what I did was I just cleaned up my kitchen, emptied my dishwasher, washed a few dishes, but I kept stirring, and it's just now coming to a low boil. But homemade, is so much better. I'm not a big fan of the cream of soups, the cream of mushroom, cream of chicken. I use them, but I've never liked the green bean casserole that people make with the turkeys. You could put turkeys on top of this homemade one if your family really likes turkeys. So I've got this thick, and I'm getting it just a little bit thicker. And then I'm going to pour in 1 tablespoon of heavy cream. It's thick enough for me to pour in my heavy cream. The kitchen smells so good. A homemade sauce is always so much better, in my humble opinion. Alright, so I'm going to turn it off. I've got my oven preheated to 350. The potatoes and the green beans are all laid out. This thickens as it cooks. It's going to cook for 1 hour. And by the time it comes out, all of this wonderful gravy will be absorbed.